Welcome back! Welcome back to Kenton and Habiba. This is part 2 of the New York City travel vlog, solo travel vlog. Last time I shared with you, went to New York City for the first time in a long time by myself. I mean, I used to live in New York City, but this was my first time going there alone, and it was very interesting. You're gonna meet a lot of new people. I'm gonna meet a lot of new people, eat a lot of good food, learn a lot of information. So sit back and relax and enjoy. Despite being sleep deprived, who comes to New York and sleep? Who does that? No. If you watch the last vlog, you also see that I brought Mini-Me with me. Yep, no shame. I brought Mini-Me with me, my smart doll. Anyway, I hope you watched that last vlog. And I also mentioned that I never told you what I was here for, but by now you figured it out. By invitation, I'm here for the YouTube Shopping Summer House event. The goal is to meet some of the YouTube team and also to meet many of the other creators under one space, and also maybe to get connected with brands. Here we are the next morning. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm heading to Chelsea. And yeah, I'm kind of excited, even though, you know, big picture, I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I know what the goal is, but I don't know how this is gonna go. So yeah, really nice area by the water, Chelsea Piers. And again, I'm in the Uber. So we have arrived. Let's go in.
Okay, went through security check, bag check, and we are here. So let's see what's up. See the pictures on the floor. I just bumped into Miss Carrie, who we watch on YouTube with her fashion sense.
Thank you. And you look amazing as well. I love.
My first impression, the space is beautiful. It's huge. The views are amazing. As you can see, there were a lot of products on display. Everyone was sort of walking around, checking out the different booths. I am on time. Your girl is on time. So the actual main stage event has not started yet.
Oh, here's the perfume. That's a cute setting. That's so cute.
Long hair while wearing things around your neck does not always cooperate. Anyway, while watching the video, please look out for items I will tag, and also look out for some of your favorite creators. You might see them. How pretty is this view though? The focus of this YouTube summer shopping event is on fashion and beauty products. So you'll see a lot of fashion and beauty influencers in the space. And even though I don't consider myself a beauty influencer or a fashion influencer, even as a no niche content creator or lifestyle content creator, I do appreciate fashion, and I absolutely am obsessed with makeup and hair. And you know, I like to share hair tutorials, but then sometimes it's cooking vlogs or travel vlogs or something medical. Either way, the point is I do appreciate fashion and makeup, and I like to see what I can learn and how to elevate my content.
So, but enough about us here at YouTube. What do you think of us? Just kidding. We're going to talk all about you and us, bring you through a few trends to look out for this summer. And 3, I'm going to show you how you can earn, baby, earn. All right? We're all in this. It was one of the first, and still is one of the only platforms where you can grow an audience and get a stream of revenue while building your very own brand through your content and building your future. You already know that YouTube is where people go to find what's next. In fact, it's the #1 platform for discovering trends around products and brands. We're helping you earn a lot more, and let's talk about some of these summer deals to lock in. Okay, and back to school, really plan your content. We have to be on the edge of our seats, Brandon.
Right. I think that the intention of Scoop is really, we try to sort of take into account what's really happening in fashion and what's happening on social and what's happening on the street. And so I think that has a very sort of different, bless you. The allergies are horrible today. that has a very sort of different look than free assembly. Free assembly to me is sort of, you know, I like to say the classics, like the best jean, the best sweater, the best button-up, best cotton dress. I think those pieces that you sort of wear forever. You know, I wear free assembly myself every day. We have men's, and just love the t-shirts and you know, great sweaters, and you know, so they're sort of very different.
Excited to have our creator panel, How I Win on YouTube, where you'll hear from some of our top fashion and beauty creators on YouTube shopping, on their content strategies for affiliate and their channel. Is a category, a strategy, and a community. Monica Ravichandran, who's raising the bar for makeup for brown girls, one no BS review at a time. Cindy Sarah of A Heated Mess, whose product reviews I'm sure have saved us all from buying a product that wasn't worth it. And finally, Nicole Birch of Duchess Braids, who turned hair tutorials into a full-on business strategy. Now please give them all a warm welcome.
After all of the discussions and presentations and YouTube tips, it was time for a little fun, just making some short content, goofing around, enjoying the vibes, very pretty setups.
What you got there?
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Oh, okay.
So I met this young lady whom I hope to follow. The name of your channel?
It's Abiola.
Abiola, and guess what, people? She's from Nigeria, so shout out to all the Nigerians. Say hello. But she was born or raised in England?
Yes. And I'm currently in Texas.
Texas. Okay, awesome.
It's really,
down here
yeah.
is gluten-free minus the pita. I could get you one without.
Okay. All right, I'll be right here.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. So apparently I can eat this, except I can't eat the bread. So he's going to get me one without the bread. But it's got falafel. And I'm going to try this, which is also gluten-free. There's so much going on here, y'all. So much going on here. Just eating.
It was so cool to meet all of these people that I'm actually subscribed to and actually watch on YouTube, and for them to be so sweet, like Miss Chelsea, so cute.
See you there.
Correlated when I started tagging, and then once I started posting, in like the past few months, I went from 500.
All right, I don't know which ones.
Got pineapple, slippers, you got coconut, and
Oh, so look, you can have those QR codes on there. I really, you know what I need to do? I need to put this down.
So my family name is Spears. Such a rare last name. Spears, but also
It's actually kind of cute.
All sisters but all sisters and
My closet.
about, ooh, look at my purse. Oh, we got these flasks instead. These actually match my dress. Right? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Which ones? Actually, these are kind of cute. I like this color. Which ones?
It was also really nice meeting some mature women because in the past, we used to think social media or YouTube was for the young girls only. And no, if you have something important to say, you have a message, you can teach, or you are, a style icon, YouTube is for you at any age.
So I'm Beth. My channel's Beth Jalali. I'll have to spell it for you.
Okay.
It's DJALALI.
Okay, and what kind of content?
So it's fashion, it's lifestyle, it's aging.
Okay.
I mean, we're all a day older if we woke up today. So
Right.
It's really about, we don't turn to dust.
Right.
We don't. And so
Right.
it is just how to live a vibrant life. We don't need to be younger. We
Right.
just need to be the best versions of ourselves.
Of ourselves.
Right?
Thank you.
And I'm Kay Harms, and my channel is Dressed for My Day with Kay Harms.
Okay.
And it's really, I target women over 50 because I'm well over 50. But I have women there who are under 50 and on into the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm 61. And it's pretty much a style channel.
Right.
I do some beauty with fear and trepidation,
Right.
but mostly style. Offer lots of style tips. I just want to help women continue. Like when you have your nest empty and
Right.
your career ends, sometimes you start feeling irrelevant
Right.
or silenced.
Right.
And I want women to continue to be influential in their sphere of influence and keep getting dressed for their day. I think that if you don't get dressed for your day, you lose some of your credibility.
Right.
And I just want women to keep showing up. And so
Awesome.
I'm struggling to do that myself. And
Right.
that's kind of why I named my content Dress for My Day, was because the first step is get dressed for my day. And then you can do more things.
Awesome. Thank you. And we know Miss Angela. I'm already subscribed, but go ahead.
Angela Michelle, and I have to spell Michelle is MASHELLE.
Right.
I started my content for women over 40 because I was in my 40s at the time. I'm 54 now.
Right.
And I didn't see that many women creating content for women over 40. I saw the young girls putting on the eyeliner like this, and I was like, oh my God, because I have to do like this.
I still do that.
So I tried to create content, mostly fashion too,
Right.
for women over 40, because I feel like at this age, we've taken care of everybody else. We've taken care of the children and the husband, and then sometimes we've forgotten about ourselves, and we hit 40 and we just look down and we have on sweats and a t-shirt.
Right.
So I want to help those women feel as beautiful on the outside as they feel on the inside, and fashion can do that a lot of times. So that's why I do what I do. My makeup, I'm trying to get into makeup, but I'm leery of the camera being close to me. I watched your video recently, your Left with Plastic video. That's in the cards within the next 5 years. So and I started talking about menopause and some of the changes that we as women go through as we hit 45 and above. And
Right. It's a lot.
Horrible. She ought to be
It's a
ashamed
lot.
of herself.
It's a lot. Thank you. What's the name of your channels?
So mine is Jess Monique Thomas.
Okay.
That's my full name, yeah.
Okay, and it's about?
Beauty, hair, mostly hair. I do a lot of crochet hair tutorials.
Okay, and she's supposed to be an expert on crochet hair. Now, are we using synthetic hair or are we using human
We
hair?
actually are using both. I do affordable options, and then I do more elevated options if you want to invest a little more money.
Okay, a little controversial, but I did a video about not using synthetic hair anymore.
I know the controversy behind it. I'm still doing my research on it, but I have watched a lot of the videos, and I will admit some crochet, some synthetic hair is very noxious.
Yeah.
I can tell because my skin will react.
Right. Or when you burn it for braiding, you can smell those fumes and
Yeah, and your skin will react if you get a bad batch or quality. I've seen my forehead breakout. So I know that there must be something going on sometimes with the synthetic hair.
But you look cute. You look cute today. And you? Tell me your channel.
Hi, I'm Aquila Sky. Aquila Sky Official is my handle across all platforms. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Meta, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
All that good stuff.
Right, so you're apparently doing well on TikTok. Because you're up there defending TikTok.
At a YouTube event,
Right? The boldness.
Gotta keep it a little bit bold sometimes.
I love it though. What's your content about?
So I'm a lifestyle beauty.
Okay.
I started out teaching voice pedagogy, which is basically teaching people how to sing from an anatomical standpoint.
Oh, okay.
I have a background in music and performance.
Okay.
And everybody wanted to know what lipstick I was wearing and how did I do my hair. So I ended up just taking people on a journey of my life. And now I'm primarily in fitness, lifestyle, and beauty.
Okay. And what lipstick are you wearing today?
I'm wearing the Stila liquid lip and the color Basil.
Oh, okay, cool. Park Avenue. And your first name is?
Ashley.
Ashley.
And Jess.
Ashley and Jess.
This is my channel.
Awesome. Thank you. Someone's filming me. I'm filming them.
There was also different learning labs where you could take like a mini class and learn something about YouTube or how to, you know, improve on a specific skill.
Hey, this is Adrian. How do you say the last?
It's Gradney.
Okay, but on the channel is?
Adrian MG on the channel.
Okay, awesome. And who's this?
My son.
Hi,
Andre.
son.
My son Andre. He's my +1 because
awesome.
Dad wouldn't let me travel alone.
Y'all, this thing is heavy. There is no way I'm getting this on the plane. Absolutely not. Not gonna happen. So I need my brother to get this for me. And I know he's working and he doesn't have time, but I need help. This is too big and too heavy. And they're not gonna let me take this on the plane with what I already have. No way.
At this point, I've walked out of Google with that big ass heavy bag. I am tired. I am now in the Uber and I'm looking forward to getting back to the hotel to relax and just maybe do a little bit more sightseeing in Times Square. But guess what, y'all? Guess what? I was so distracted by everything and overly stimulated and trying to get out of that building, I didn't realize I did not have my coat. I did not have my coat. I left my coat at the coat check. I haven't realized it yet, but I'm gonna realize it later and I'm gonna be so mad. In the meantime, enjoy the views of New York City.
Back at the hotel.
I'm editing this and I'm like, girl, why are you making all that noise? You are really struggling with that bag.
It's exhausting going through the side. I love these big green doors. See, there's the side with the lobby in there. I'm gonna go over here. I love these like vintage. Look at this vintage letterbox. So beautiful. It's like solid brass. All right, we're going in here. Finally back in the hotel. Oh my God, this is exhausting. Oh my God, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't regret it. I had a wonderful time, met some wonderful people, but the process of lugging stuff and going to the hotel and getting an Uber, and I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe I'm just getting old. It's a lot. Oh, Lord. All right, I think I'm gonna put on some sneakers and then go get something to drink because I kind of avoided drinking too much so that I wouldn't, you know, be in the restroom all the time. But now I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna get some juice and then figure out how I am going to get this home. My first thought was to see if my brother could pick it up at the hotel, you know, on his own time, if they would hold it for me. But then I'm like, what if he really doesn't have time and can't get here? Or what if he can't do it, you know, in the next day or two? Will they keep it? And then the other thing is, how will I get it back to me? So next option is to try and take it with me on the plane, but that means I'm just gonna have to pay extra, because the thing is, you're only allowed 2 carry-ons, this one and that one I had, and this one is literally maybe even heavier than the carry-on that I brought, because I thought, oh, I'm gonna get a few stuff and it will fit in the space that I made for it. But ain't no way. This is almost as big as the suitcase I brought, and it feels like bricks. So God knows what's in it. Do I look tired? Do I? I literally only had 3 hours sleep, and you're probably like, why do you do that, Habiba? Why do you always don't get sleep when you need to have sleep before an event? I don't know. Maybe it's nerves. I don't know. Maybe it's menopause. I don't know. All I know is with the noise in the streets of New York City right here, not even 2 minutes, like 1 minute from Times Square. What happened was I went to bed about 12:30, which for me is early. And then I just woke up at like 4. I thought it was 7 in the morning, but it was 4 o'clock in the morning because there was traffic outside. And maybe, you know, my brain is not used to all of that noise, having lived in North Carolina for so long. So I jumped up, I go to the bathroom, I look at my phone, and I'm like, oh, it's only 4 in the morning. I could not go back to sleep. So I literally had 3 hours sleep. I lay, I tossed and turned, and then my mind starts thinking about the day ahead. I'm tired, but then adrenaline kicks in. Anyway, so nice meeting all those YouTubers. I say all those YouTubers as if I'm not one. It was so nice meeting y'all. If anyone is watching, say hello. If I met you, if you met me. So nice. Like all these people that I've been watching, you know, many for years, and then to see them in real life was super cool. I was just putting lotion on my feet, and I realized, oh, look at this packaging. This green matches my dress and kind of matches my shoes. By the way, do you like my shoes? This is a brand I've never tried before. L'Artiste, or The Artist in French, L'Artiste. I'll put it on the screen. But they make such cute shoes, very different. You see that? Very colorful. This version is called Rainbow. It's got this cute heel because I wanted something sensible if I was going to be on my feet all day. And yeah, very cute, very comfortable, cushioned. The brand was started by these 2 twin brothers who actually are from Florida, although originally their roots are in Israel, I believe, but they're from Florida, and they started this company. So this is a US-based company. And these shoes are so adorable, so pretty. So you see, this is leather. I like this whole cutout that it has, the cutouts in the front. And I like also that they are very soft. They were supposed to be shoes modeled after, what are those ugly shoes, but they're super comfortable. Whatever that brand is that you know are super ugly, kind of granola, but very comfortable. These shoes are supposed to be inspired, or the brand as a whole was inspired by that brand. They wanted to create cute shoes that happen to be comfortable. Look at my feet, look so ashy there though. So let's need some lotion. And they are genuinely comfortable. You know I'm not gonna tell you no lies, right? Genuinely comfortable and very feminine. If you like feminine shoes, because nowadays not every female likes, you know, the ultra feminine style. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, some people are very tomboy, or they like the whole androgynous look or the whole unisex look, but that's not me. That's not me.
I like stuff that's super feminine, super girly. And so I love these shoes, and they have a little bit of a sparkle to them. Definitely going to be getting another pair of shoes from this brand. This is the sit down portion of this video where you and I have a little girl chat, little heart to heart. Yeah, yesterday I said I was going to talk about why I decided to come on this trip, but I think you see some obvious reasons why, right? You see that the trip was about YouTube. It was a YouTube shopping event and basically teaching us how to elevate our content and how to make more money on YouTube, right? That's the short of it. You've seen all the clips that I shared, but on a personal level, the reason that I took this trip, or the reason I took this opportunity, was because I really wanted to challenge myself and kind of find myself again. And maybe to many of you that doesn't even make any sense. So this is something I haven't really talked about with you. This is something I've been feeling on a personal level, and so let's talk about it. Anyone who has watched our channel for years now would have seen that typically when I travel or when we travel, we're always together. Kenton and I, we're always together. He is my best friend. He's my husband of so many years, over 30 years, and we pretty much do everything together, especially when it comes to travel, right? But I would say that of recent, I've started to have this, strong feeling that I needed to start doing things alone. And nothing to do with our relationship, but just from a personal development. I felt like in order to grow as a person, I can't always rely on my spouse. As much as he wants to be present, as much as he wants to be helpful, as much as we have a lot of fun together, I started to think a lot about how I needed to find me, Habiba, or how I needed to start doing a little bit more for myself, by myself. And I don't want people to think like, oh, this means that y'all are having troubles in your relationship. Hey, we have issues just like any other relationship. But this is how I see it. I think the universe speaks to us. If you want to say God or the universe, or both, I think we get messages or we get teachings delivered to us in different forms. And sometimes we choose not to hear the message or we ignore it. All right, so for this to make sense, let me put you in my headspace over the last few years, right? In the past, whenever something would come up when it pertains to traveling or a YouTube opportunity, or even, a trip with friends or colleagues or something, a lot of times if Kenton couldn't go, I would not go. Because I felt like this is me being I want to say loyal or dedicated wife. I always felt like, and I'm sure there's some of you who can relate, right? Where we put our needs to the side, and we say, no, I'm not going to do this because he can't go, or I'm not going to do this because we can't afford it. Even if I felt like I really could go, I would just say, no, I'm not going to go because, again, Kenton's working, and he probably would like to go and he can't go, so I'm not going to go. And I've done that with a number of trips or opportunities. And so after a while, I started to think, you know what? I know, Habiba, you think you're being a good wife, and I know you feel like you're being a supportive spouse by not taking these opportunities. But if you don't start taking these opportunities, when are you going to? Opportunities are going to keep passing you by. And again, in the past, the easiest excuse would be, oh, we can't afford it. Oh, you can't afford it. You know, this money could go towards the children, or this money could go towards, you know, expenses or bills or whatever. But I kept hearing these words over and over in my head. Some journeys are meant to be taken alone. And I would hear that often, or I would find myself saying that, or that idea, that thought, those words would pop into my head frequently. Some journeys are meant to be taken alone. And, you know, at first I thought, I don't know how this applies to my life. But once I started to really think about it, I realized that you can't keep rationalizing that just because you're married, you're not allowed to do things separately, right? Just because you're married and you love each other and you're dedicated to each other doesn't mean that you can't do things apart. And I feel like I had fallen into this trap of telling myself I didn't deserve to go on opportunities or to do things without my husband, because that would come off as selfish if he couldn't go or if he didn't want to go. So the point is, I came to the realization that I was no longer going to hold myself back and feel guilty about wanting to take on, you know, opportunities that I wanted to do. We are two separate individuals, and there are going to be times where we can't both be at the same place at the same time. And, you know, it's not making sense to constantly avoid doing things because we both can't do it. That's one reoccurring theme or thought that kept coming to me. And then the other one was that you can't keep letting anxiety and fear rule your life. A lot of times people think that I'm a very bold person, or that I do things that a lot of people wouldn't do, or, you know, that I put myself out there in ways that people may not necessarily do that. But really, I'm sure I've shared with you many times, I also deal with a lot of anxiety. Some of that anxiety is rational, based on rational things, and some of it is based on irrational things. You know, a lot of it stems from childhood traumas and fears that I've had, and some of those fears have been magnified by my medical training, right? So, you know, it's just like when a parent has a child or has a new baby, all of a sudden there are new fears unlocked because now you have this child to protect, and you're looking at everything differently. Well, it's the same thing for me. Because of medicine, there's so many things that I look at, and I always see, the potential horrible things that could happen. So I don't do certain things. You know, yes, we know alcohol and excess and smoking and drugs and all those things, for example, are bad for us. But me, I'm not even gonna taste it. I don't wanna be anywhere near any of that, right? Because I'm constantly thinking about all the potential things that happen. So anyway, this is my way of saying that there are a lot of things that many people do that they do normally and don't think twice about, that I don't do because of fear. For example, might be driving. The reason many of you never see me driving is because there's a lot of irrational fears I have about driving. So if Kenton wants to drive and he's comfortable doing it and he likes driving me around, then I don't mind, right? So that's that. But there are other things like, again, traveling somewhere on my own that, you know, have held me back because I always felt like, oh my God, going by yourself. So for example, with this trip, once the opportunity came up, I thought about it and I was like, you know what, for once in my life, well, that's not true. I have traveled many times before alone, but usually it was for work. And usually someone was going to meet me there. Whereas this time, for this particular trip, I came without anyone and there was no one waiting for me per se, right? You know, it's not like someone showed up at the airport to meet me and drive me somewhere. No, I had to figure it out myself. So for me, that was a big step because that's not something I've done recently. And I was actually quite nervous about it. In fact, a while back, I used to fantasize about taking a solo trip. Oh, it would be so nice to go on a little trip by myself and, you know, sit poolside or sit in a cute little hotel room and, you know, order room service and do all the things alone because I'm a big girl. But then, honestly, once this YouTube opportunity popped up, I really was thinking, of course I'm gonna go with Kenton, of course. But then he couldn't go. And so that's when I said, you know what, Habiba? You pray for certain things. Be careful what you ask for. God might actually give it to you. So you've been wanting to go on a solo trip. Here's your opportunity. Show and tell, right? You know, you wanted this, do it. Then I started to talk myself out of it and I thought, all right, I'll go with my son. So in my head, the plan was for me to come with Kareem. But as it turns out, Kareem didn't want to go. Kareem didn't want to come to New York. I think he was really worried about the expense, even though I offered to pay. Also, he said that he really did not care for New York, even though he was born here. Point is that at some point, I realized, oh crap, Kenton's not coming. Oh crap, your son's not coming. Oh crap, you're really gonna go on this trip alone. And so then my fear kind of morphed into excitement. Like, wow, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this solo trip. We're gonna go to New York by ourselves. We're gonna get on that plane and we're gonna figure out taking an Uber and getting to the hotel and finding our way around. We're gonna do it. And we did it. And we did it. So this long rant is simply me saying, do the things that scare you. Because guess what? Now you can't stop me. Now I'm gonna plan other trips and I might go alone. And those other trips might lead to other things. Who knows? All I know is I feel proud of myself for taking this trip. I really feel good about the fact that despite my fears, despite my anxieties, despite all the guilt feelings I would have about traveling to somewhere nice without my husband because he can't come. And honestly, Kenton, I'm sure is happy for me. Anyway, let me know what you've done recently that you're proud of, or that thing that you've done despite being afraid. And I know maybe some of you are like, girl, you're making a big deal out of nothing. So you went to New York by yourself, big deal. Again, for me, it's a big deal. For me, with my level of anxiety and my feelings of guilt and whatever else that I deal with, for me, it's a big deal. So I have this wonderful idea to go check out the restaurant Lagos. It's a new restaurant. When I say new, I think in the last year or two, upscale Nigerian restaurant that is in Times Square. I've seen quite a few celebrities and a few influencers, and of course many Nigerians go there. So I'm thinking I should go check it out. You know, one part of me again was like, oh, maybe I'll wait till next time when we come back to New York and I'm with Kenton. And then I'm like, here you go again. There's no time like the present. So the restaurant is literally less than a block away, probably about 10 minutes walking to get there. So why not, right? Let's go check it out. It's Wednesday, so why would it be too busy? I hope I can get in, even though again, it's dinner time. So maybe it might be busy. I don't know.
I was worried that it was going to be a little too chilly, but it's not. It's actually quite comfortable because guess what? I was so mad that I left my coat at the Google headquarters or office. I called, but they were already closed. I hadn't realized it until, you know, I was about to step out, and then I was like, wait, where's my coat? Because I had checked it in the coat, you know, coat check.
when I came in, because they saw that I had a code and would have a lot of things to hold, so they offered, hey, check your code in. So I still have the tag from the code check place. But I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad. I spent like the last 20 minutes first trying to find their number, because Google has several offices. So I find the number and then realize, oh, they're closed. So I'm just like, oh well, it's gone. That's the price to be paid. My leather jacket, even though, to be honest, it's vegan leather, and it was cute, and it was for under $100. So I guess in the big scheme of things, it wasn't super expensive. And so but yeah, I was still really mad though. I was really mad. I was like, damn, I like that coat. So here we are back at Times Square. Like I said, it's literally a 2-minute walk from the hotel. It's a great location. So hotel is down that way. And then here is Times Square. And it's as busy as ever on a Wednesday. Can you imagine? This is Wednesday evening. All right, so I remember that Lagos was behind that structure. So you see where all those people are sitting? If I go behind it and look straight ahead, I should see the restaurant. So that's where I'm gonna go. I smell like French fries. Anyway, let me keep going. Look at all these people. What are they looking at? Oh, kid drumming. That's fascinating. I could literally stand out here for hours, just people watching. But right now I'm really hungry and thirsty. Look at the dude in the pink. So, if I remember correctly, Lagos was either down there or... No, it's not down there. So I'm thinking it's down here, but why don't I see it? Ugh. Y'all, I'm confused. Confusion. I'm looking for the restaurant Lagos. I know it was behind the structure, but why can't I find it? See, there's the ticket place. I'm looking straight ahead at Broadway and West 47th Street. You know, all I gotta do is Google stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me. All I have to do is Google stuff. But no, I gotta do it the hard way. I'm crossing over. Turns out, yeah, it's across the street from the M&M place. Thank you. No, thank you. All right.
1 hour.
Let's see. Yeah, this big bus was covering it. No, thank you. All right. Where? I see the Hershey's. Okay, after walking in circles for a minute, I just spotted it right there. Y'all see it? It says Lagos. Now, there's no guarantee I can get in, but we'll see. Oh my God, look at all the desserts. Oh my goodness. Maybe when I'm coming back, I'll get some macaroons, because they're open till 12 a.m. Ooh. Yes, honey, we are definitely coming back. Okay, and you know, I was at this spot. There's the nuts. So meanwhile, I was looking at Platinum Dolls, but I didn't see the Lagos sign. Platinum Dolls is a gentleman's club and sports bar. You see it? So there. Note to self for anyone coming to New York City looking for the restaurant. It's across from the M&M. Most people know where the M&M, you know, store is. So
Let's hope. Cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. We're in, y'all. We're in. We're in. Look at that. We're in. Hi.
So happy I made it into Lagos, the restaurant. I got to the front, they check your bag, they check your ID, they take your picture. They are not joking about security. So as you can see, I got the rice and stew and chicken and French fries and plantain. I was hungry. I could have gotten stuff like moi moi and jollof rice and a whole bunch of other traditional Nigerian food, but the waiter assured me that this would be gluten-free, so I didn't want to experiment too much. It was all very tasty, lots of flavor, but not as peppery as traditional Nigerian food.
Doesn't stop. So that was nice, but I'm taking some back because there was no way I could eat all that. No way, I'm stuffed. And so far so good. My stomach is doing good. I don't feel bad, so, you know, I was nervous, but he assured me it was going to be gluten-free. And typically, traditionally, Nigerian food is mostly gluten-free. You know, unless they're doing dessert, then they'll use wheat, but generally, traditionally, on a regular basis, wheat is not involved when it comes to rice and stew and fried plantain and fries. So, and the guy was so nice. He kept saying, take your time, as if, I guess I felt like I was rushing. He's like, take your time, you can stay as long as you want. About New York, especially around Times Square, is because there's so much lights. It's deceiving because you don't even realize it's nighttime. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like nighttime. It just feels like maybe it's a little dim, but tons of light. Because there's so much activity with all the lights and the people, it feels like a non-stop party. Non-stop party. You don't feel tired, or at least even if you're tired, as soon as you step out, the adrenaline kicks in. People are constantly doing stuff. Look at this guy's filming. There's always people filming. Music. It's a lot. Oh, I was like, where's that? Yeah, here we go. Now let's figure my way back to the hotel. Look at all these ads. Oh man, you know what I still have not done? I did not take my blood pressure medicine, Habiba. What's wrong with you? Well, because, I don't know, I forgot with all the activity and all the things I was doing. I'm used to taking it first thing in the morning. So if I don't take it in the morning, it's like, you know, my routine is thrown off. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So I have an early start tomorrow, so I really should not stay up late. I really should not stay up late as much as I want to. Like I said, I could just hang outside for hours looking at people. It's like free entertainment. Free entertainment. That's what New York is. Well, you still gotta have a lot of money though to buy food and to live. Unless, of course, you work here. I mean, if you work in New York City, I feel like the wages here are typically higher than anywhere else in the country. Typically. So you make more money, but you spend more money. There's always groups of people, tourists. I saw a bunch of stewardess, you know, before. Now look at the Navy over there. Are they Navy or Air Force? Comments. Are those Navy or Air Force? I feel like I should know that. in the middle of the week. Although I will say a lot of people that are usually in Times Square tend to be tourists. It's the Lion King. The Disney store is open. Miniso is open, so I think I'll go in. Oh, so cute. So cute. Look at the little Powerpuff Girls. It's just like you buy them and you don't know which one you're gonna get on the inside. Look at these combs, so pretty. Polish, random stuff. Cute. Look at these. Oh, they're a little spooky, aren't they? A little spooky. Airbender. I don't know, is that Airbender? Dragon Balls? Blind boxes. You can get any one of these. A lot of these blind boxes. Whitney. Dance with somebody. That looks good. Aura. Do I want to go in there? Nah. Nah, it's a trap. Nah. Or let's look at the ads for Mission Impossible. Is she really? Ah. Guy was yelling Kamala Harris is on 47th Street. It's like selfie heaven over here. Gonna get one to take my blood pressure medicine. Right. Got my leftovers, my bottle of water for tomorrow morning, fresh juice, which I'm gonna drink now or have been drinking, and also will take my blood pressure medicine. Pistachio macaroons for a great New York breakfast or dessert. I think I'll save this for tomorrow morning before going to the airport because I know I'm not going to have time for a proper breakfast. I swear, as you look out the window, it seems so calm. You would never know the extreme activity that's going on outside. You would not know from this view. Not really. But then again, remember, 4 o'clock in the morning, the madness was still going, the noise was still happening. And that's what woke me up, hence I didn't get to sleep properly. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I definitely had a wonderful time in New York City, and I love New York. I don't know how you feel about New York, but no matter what, you will never get me to hate New York or dislike New York. No matter how many obstacles or challenges or whatever, I will always love New York. New York will always be first home for me.
You know, because this is where I went to college. This is where I finished high school. This is where I met my husband. There's a lot of, you know, major life things that happened to me in New York. This is where I had 2 children, downtown. And I love New York. And this was a wonderful experience. And as they say, you miss the chances or the opportunities you don't take, right? So I'm really happy I came. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, I'm so happy I took the opportunity to go to the restaurant Lagos. Imagine that. Like, honestly, I've been thinking about it and I was like, oh, whenever I come to New York, I'll go there. But I'll wait till Kenton is here. Girl, we were, you know, 3-5 minutes away, so why not? And I enjoyed the food and I took back some. So it was awesome. And I'm gonna show Kenton the footage so he can see what he missed. But anyway, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, leave your comments below, and I'll see you soon. I want to sleep. Please, Lord, let me sleep tonight because I have to wake up super early and make my way to the airport. You know, this entire time I did not watch TV. I did not turn on the TV. What? Not even once. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I can bring this on the plane, because I don't think, you know, going through the airport, they'll let you bring drinks. I don't think so. Like, you can bring dry food or fruit, but you can't really bring, I know you can't bring bottled water even. So if you can't bring bottled water, why would they let me on with this? I don't even drink this, but this might be something Kenton I thought would have liked. But now I'm really thinking I don't think I can bring it on the plane. Telling you the amount of struggle that I struggled. The amount of unpacking and packing and jiu-jitsu that it took to compress what is really 4 carry-ons into 2. What? And when I say 4 carry-ons, in this suitcase, I have stuffed my backpack, strategically filled my backpack, and it's in this suitcase, and then I have things around that. And then I also have my handbag, which counts as, you know, another carry-on. So technically that's 3 in here. And then this is overstuffed. I took some of the stuff and then I stuffed this was already heavy. So, hey, at least it looks like I have 2. Now we just have to struggle to get to the airport. All right. Security. Just went through security. Crazy, stressful, crazy.
Please facilitate number 8 for document verification and for document verification.
I'm gonna go to Abu Dhabi, Athens, Greece, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Where are we going next time? Where are we going? Qatar?